let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
You know, just fist pump it a little bit. All right, do you have trouble training your dog? Hundreds of thousands of dogs, they're in animal shelters because the owners, frankly, they're fed up with the pup's behavior. But is it the dog's fault or is it the owner's fault?
That is the question. For National Train Your Dog Month, Eugene Ramirez live from the SFL at Paws in Motion in Southwest Miami-Dade.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, you know, it's such a perfect time to be talking about this because so many people got pets for Christmas, and right now they're like scratching their heads thinking to themselves, why did we do this? You know, they're making a mess. They're not following commands. Well, guess what, folks? It's probably your fault, right?
Right. Sorry, hate to break it to you.
That's right. The Doggie Deeva joining us this morning. Talk to us a little bit about some basic training for dogs and what people can do to not go crazy and not, you know, overall just not give that dog to a shelter.
Well, I think one of the most important things you've got to remember first is that, you know, training your dog is based on having a relationship with that animal. And, you know, I think people have really high expectations for what they want their animal to be able to do, but you've got to be able to put the time in. It's like having a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Not every dog can do what Abby's doing back there?
Every dog can do what Abby's doing back there, but they have a very strong bond and relationship with countless hours of training.
Right.
But, you know, for basic stuff in the house, you know, like learning to sit politely while you're having your dinner, not rush you if you're eating with a plate of food on the sofa. You know, that kind of stuff can be trained fairly easy with a little bit of patience and some positive training.
Now, let's talk about that. You just mentioned positive training. What is positive training, and it's, you know, as opposed to what? What's negative training?
Sure. Well, I guess what you'd say negative training is your traditional force-based training, you know, where people use choke chains or corrections to show dogs what not to do, as opposed to positive training, which really emphasizes what your dog should be doing. So you reward all the good things. So for my friend Red here, who's a rescue dog, who is an untrained dog, you know, even in just training him to sit, and this is something easy you can do in your house, you get a little food snack, and we just kind of lure him with the food maybe and try to get him to go into a sit position. Yes, good boy, there he is. And when he does it, we reward him. Good boy.
And now, okay, I heard you do that little click once he did that. What's the whole clicker thing all about?
Sure. Well, a lot of positive trainers use what's called a clicker. It's just a little box that makes a sound. And the clicker is used to act as a marker for the dog to know when they did something right. So he hears the sound whenever he does the correct behavior.
And they associate that then with the treat,
And then they'll then associate that with the reward. Come on, Red.
Now, I want to ask you something that my dog does all the time.
Sure.
Guests come into the house, my dog goes nuts. He starts jumping on everybody. And you were telling me, you asked me, are you giving him positive reinforcement? I said, no, I'm not giving him a treat. I'm not doing anything. And you said, well, do you talk it on? I said, yes. So even when we don't think we're reinforcing the dog's behavior, sometimes we are.
That's absolutely true. A lot of times reinforcement is just the sound of our voice, maybe touch. Even when a dog's jumping up on you and you're saying, no, 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 get off me.
Right.
You know, if you have a dog that's very touch-oriented and enjoys, you know, petting and enjoys the touch from a human, chances are that that's reinforcing the behavior. So your approach to the dog not jumping should be to ignore the dog 100%.
Wow.
In hopes that the behavior...
You're so cute, you just want to...
I know. And people also tell me, you expect me to ignore my 90-pound Labrador Retriever? And I go, yeah, wear a long-sleeve shirt and pants.
I just ignore
and do the best you can.
I love what she said earlier. She told me, you know, they're training humans, they're working with the dog's behaviors.
Yes, yes, we work with
sometimes we're the ones that need the training.
More so than the dogs.
All right, thank you so much. The Doggie Deeva, Dee, and thank you so much, Red.
And Red
Dave,
Rubber.
Kristen, back to you guys. And I don't know, do you have any dogs at home? I know Kristen takes care of her sister's dog sometimes.
I do from time to time. Yeah, Cash. Cash doesn't do any tricks, though. He's a handful.